This is episode number 1, and today I'm introducing DRT and going to touch base on the importance of your posture. Welcome along to the DressageRiderTraining.com podcast. I'm Nicola Smith, and in each episode I'll bring you an educational or inspiring message to help you unlock your true potential as a dressage athlete. Are you ready? Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Nicola Smith from DressageRiderTraining.com. I'm beyond excited to bring you this podcast all about rider fitness. As riders, it's all too common for us to focus solely on our horse's training and conditioning. In the process, we often forget about our own health and well-being. But it's important to remember we're in a team sport. We're doing this together with our horse. So it makes sense that we work on our own symmetry, balance, strength and suppleness as we do our own horse's form. And it's not just about improving our appearance when we're riding. Working on our fitness as a rider helps us prevent injury and allows us to continue to ride for many years to come, because it takes almost a lifetime to master dressage, and I want to make sure that I personally don't have my body hold me back from learning valuable experiences in the saddle. I'm passionate about helping riders perform at their best. Doesn't matter what discipline they do, I want them to be able to enjoy their riding and enjoy their time in their saddle and not have their body hold them back. That doesn't entitle lifting extremely heavy weights or extreme exercise and exhaustive workouts. Instead, where I come from is I want you to optimize your body's performance. I want you to thrive, and I want you to focus systematically on working the exact movement patterns and strength patterns that dressage riders need to create optimal posture and balance in the saddle. This is what the Dressage Rider Training Program is all about. With this podcast, I'm going to share as much information as I can with you in an audio format. I want to enhance your enjoyment of dressage and enhance the time that you have in the saddle so that you're feeling energized and so that you're feeling well. By directing some of your time to focus your efforts out of the saddle and focus your efforts on you, you'll be able to be more engaged when you're on the horse and when you're in the saddle. A lot of this is about improving your fitness and your well-being, but a huge part of this game is your mindset. So throughout this podcast, I'm also going to be talking about mindset, because I believe that you can have all the skills and the knowledge and you can gather up all this information, but 80% of it is about your psychology and putting it into action and making it work, not letting your fears get in the way. And so this podcast is going to have a lot of focus on making sure that you have your mindset right as much as your physical health and your well-being. Today, I wanted to start off though talking about what our dressage posture is. As riders, we should focus just as much on our own symmetry and posture as we do our horse's form. Alignment is the key as a dressage rider. From the moment we first sit on the horse, the importance of alignment is drilled into us. I can remember pony club days of put your shoulders back, sit up tall, heels down, balance on your seat bones. We're given cues right away as soon as we hop on our horse and as soon as we have a coach on the ground. We're given cues and instructions to help improve our posture and our balance when we ride. We know alignment is important, and we know that what we're trying to achieve with that optimal picture we're creating when we're in the saddle, and we know that it's going to help improve our riding. But what exactly is alignment, and what exactly does it mean, and why is it so important? First, I want to discuss exactly my concept of what alignment means. So let's picture your car. When you get your car serviced, its wheel alignment gets checked. This is vital for a car's tyres to perform optimally, to improve the handling of the vehicle, and to keep your car from not pulling in one direction. Wheel alignment reduces the vibration and helps avoid any kind of uneven tread and wear on the tyres. Now visualize a car that has poor wheel alignment. Visualize what happens to that car and how it feels when you're driving it. The tyres become feathered where the tread was worn and become smooth on one side, and your balance on the road becomes impaired because of this unevenness. You're also likely to feel a pull on one side, making the car more difficult to drive and handle on the road. Now, your body is no different. It is vital for your hinges and your joints, so think of your knees as hinges and the joints in your body to be aligned. It's important that they work smoothly as you move. If they're out of alignment, just like a car, it's going to cause undue wear and tear through your joints and your ligaments. This can result in pain, injuries, niggles, and undue stress on your body. Then add a horse's movement underneath you, and you're going to create even more force through your body and more force through those joints that aren't properly aligned. And this is where it can impact your joints if they're not lined up correctly, and over time can reduce the length of your riding career because these joints aren't working correctly, and you can get these niggles and pains and unevenness through your body. So it's important that we look at our own alignment and posture. So my goal is to help you enjoy your riding as long as you choose to do it. Like I said, I believe it's going to take me a lifetime to master dressage, and the more horses you ride, the more you understand that there is so much to learn and they're all different. And it's all about the deeper you get into something, the more you realize you don't know. And that's a great way to be able to continue to learn and not think that you know everything. And so when it comes to riding, I come with a growth mindset, and I want to continue to learn and have each horse teach me new lessons. And I only ride 2 horses per day, and so if I add that up, it's going to take me a long time to master and learn all those lessons over the years. And so I love what I do, and so of course I don't want my body to break down before it should because I haven't taken care of it today. So I want those riding years ahead of me so that I can continue to learn and I can continue to enjoy what I do. And so my goal is to help you to do just the same. Like, it doesn't matter what discipline you do, whether it's dressage, you hack on the weekend, or you are a professional rider, it's important that you look after your body off the horse. And it's important that you look after your joints and you improve your alignment so that you're not subjected to any undue wear and tear to prevent you from riding in the future. Correct alignment starts with the position of your pelvis. When you're riding, you want to make sure that your pelvis is stacked up correctly and your weight is evenly distributed in your seat bones. This will help your hips move freely. If you're out of alignment and you're sitting to one side, this is where you'll feel more stress in your hips. Also, if your pelvis is positioned too far forward, it can create vulnerability through your lower back. It's also important to make sure that your spine is stacked up correctly in your neutral position and activated through a strong core. This is followed by good shoulder posture, and if poor alignment leads to a blockage in your upper body, it's also going to impact what's occurring in your hands and in your reins and ultimately in the horse's mouth. Ultimately, then it will affect how the horse moves and then responds to your aids. So as you can see, good alignment is not just about creating a visual pleasing picture, so making sure that you protect and look after your body so that you can keep doing what you love. And so we want to put this into practice. Like any athlete, dressage riders, we need to practice to improve our posture both on and off the horse. Improving your posture while you're off the horse is vital, as it can be really difficult to correct your body's alignment with the force of a horse moving underneath you. The more you practice off the horse, the more natural this newfound alignment will be in improving your symmetry, stability, and suppleness on the horse. When you're in the saddle, you'll then be able to focus more on your horse's training and on your positioning. So to set up your neutral spine and with good posture, you want to have this foundation in place, and this is where you want to set yourself up for success in the future by creating the strong posture when you're on the horse. So your neutral spine, we want to think about making sure that we're using this as much throughout our day. It's quite hard for me to demonstrate through an audio, but I want you to think about it. And if you get stuck with this, there's articles on the website that go through this along with videos of setting up your neutral spine, so you can just check them out. And so our neutral spine is about making sure that we're using this when we're sitting on a chair, when we are standing, when we are doing physical jobs. It's all about protecting our spine. It's about making sure that you're stacked up with the most optimal position for your spine. So I want you to visualize with me. So standing up or sitting on your chair, I want you to place one hand on your diaphragm, so it's right at the base of your ribs, and one hand just below your belly button, and you've got your hands flat. Now I want you to think about really arching your back all the way back and feel your hands pull apart. And then I want you to think about doing the opposite of that and collapsing forward like you're leaning over a desk and rolling out through your shoulders. Somewhere in the middle of there, you will feel a neutral ground where your hands sit parallel. This is your neutral spine. From there, you want to brace through your belly, relax your shoulders, and think about putting a smile across your collarbones to really open up through your chest. Another visual to think about is imagine your rib cage, and you've got a big bowl of water that sits at the base of your rib cage, all the way wraps around your back. You've also got another bowl of water that sits around your pelvis and your hips. Those two bowls of water are perfectly stacked above each other. Watch what happens when you drop your shoulders back and just visualize the top bowl spilling the water out of it. Or do the opposite of that, and as you tip forward, feel the top bowl spill water out the front. Try and keep your neutral spine with your two bowls balanced above each other. And again, there's articles on the website that help give you visuals for this and demonstrate it. So if you are completely lost, just go to those articles and I run through them. But with this neutral spine, your job is to think about creating this through your daily life and setting it up so it becomes second nature and that you don't think about it. You want to try and enhance your posture off your horse as much as you can. So when you're sitting in a chair, try not to lean back on the chair and outsource all of the work to the wooden structure of the chair. Try and sit up. Try and sit on the edge of the chair with even seat bones, with your neutral spine, shoulders relaxed, good posture, nice long line through the back of the body and lifting up through the crown of the head, and have that beautiful posture of what you're trying to create when you're in the saddle. Then when you're driving, do the same. Try not to slouch back, so try and sit up tall with a good even seat bones and balance through your body with that good posture. And the same when you're walking. Become conscious of your spine's position and adjust it where you need. Think about the posture when you're cleaning the house, doing any chores around the stable. Consider how your spine is stacked and activate your core so that you can maintain neutral position whenever you're performing these everyday tasks. And this is really, really valuable. Again, it's not just about creating that visual look on the horse. It's about preventing undue wear and tear through your body, and it's allowing your body to absorb the horse's movement. So that's it for this episode. I want you to think about using your neutral spine throughout your day-to-day activities, and try not to slouch whenever you're doing those everyday activities as well, because the more you practice this off the horse, the easier it will be when you're on the horse. That's it for this episode. If you found it helpful, make sure you download my free guide at dressageridertraining.com. It will help you get started on your journey to becoming the best rider you can be. If you know others who might like the show, please do share this with them. My goal is to help others enjoy their riding even more by taking care of themselves as much as they do their horses. And finally, if you have time to give this podcast a review, it would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode.